Brought to you by BlackMagic Design, the world's highest quality products for the feature film, post and broadcast industries. BlackMagicDesign.com, the Tonkawa Film Festival, celebrating short films from around the world. Tonkawafilmfestival.com. And by Dehancer. Use the promo code RABBIT to receive 10% off Dehancer products. Dehancer.com.
Well, let's start off with the movie that started the festival, and that would be Queens of the Dead. The first feature by Tina Romero.
This is her first feature?
This is her first official. This is her first feature, I was going to
Wow.
say. But she's worked on a bunch of things for years. She has been, since, and I forget when Lands of the Dead, she has credits that go all the way back, because, and in case some of you didn't catch the name, she is the daughter of George A. Romero, the horror master who I want to say revolutionized, really, and started, kind of jump-started the zombie genre and sort of created this whole thing that people have been...
You don't get Walking Dead without George Romero.
References somewhere in there. You have to, because he, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, they're just
Classics.
Let's get into it, because she basically, with her first movie, is going to take on, as I see it, two legacies. And that one is getting into filmmaking, in the shadow of really a major filmmaker like George Romero, and getting into the zombie genre business, which is, to say the least, oversaturated. Right. We've gone through many different versions of the zombie, but as it turns out, not one that necessarily represents the LGBTQ community, culture and all. It really is. It's sort of a half love letter to the New York club scene, the LGBTQ community, the culture, and to her father, because there are references, to Pittsburgh, and a lot of the zombie stuff, a lot of the stuff that you saw in his movies. With that said, wholly original, extremely funny. When it's time to zombie, they don't hold back. Your favorite characters, quite a few of them are going to get chomped on. They're going to get eaten. It's funny and snarky, but you get to a point where you will come across some characters that you will find, oh, wait a minute, I am emotionally invested in that guy. I am emotionally invested in them. No, not
that guy.
Not her.
I like him.
So, yeah, when you start going through the cast, you start to realize there are a bunch of people in this movie. Let me just go through just a few of them. Jaquel Spivey, who some may know from Mean Girls, the newer incarnation. Katy O'Brian.
We interviewed her at Newfest.
Yeah. And
we talked a little bit about this movie, and she's also in Christie.
Yes.
She is an upcoming star.
Absolutely. If we ever have a show of the top 10 people to look out for, Katy O'Brian is on, at the very least, my top 10. I'm thinking it right now.
She's been in like 5 movies this year alone.
This is her third attempt at the zombie genre.
Right, because she's in Walking Dead as well.
She's in Walking Dead, and she's in, I want to say, Z Nation.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So she knows. She's
a zombie veteran.
She's a zombie veteran. She's Marvel official. She's been on both Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and she was in the last Ant-Man movie. Quantumania, so kind of wasted. Sorry, folks. Please do not write in the comments. She's all over the place, rightfully so, deserves more. Love the fact that she can be in something like Christie that's very dramatic, and yet do something on a horror comedy level, and not flinch. She's great.
Yeah, and this movie, it, like her, sort of bridges, because you got the queer films, because this movie also played at Newfest. It played at Tribeca. We couldn't catch it there, and then we were able to catch it here, but it also played at Newfest. and toward the end of the festival. So it was kind of playing across town from each other. The queer audience is also a huge horror audience. Like
Yes.
that's
Oh, yeah.
that's a
Oh, yeah.
sort of an untapped community. Like,
Yes.
and there's been many films that deal with it, sort of subliminally or in a coded fashion. But it's really interesting that this is like this. It looks like this movie sort of epitomizes both of those things.
There's a lot of things within the genre that can be sort of metaphors and representative of
Right.
the experience. So let's go on. There are so many people. Cheyenne Jackson shows up in this. Jack Haven from I Saw the TV Glow. Riki Lindhome, she's in this one. Margaret Cho.
Margaret Cho.
Margaret Cho. And her entrance is fantastic. I will say nothing else. She is awesome. She continues to be awesome. And also a special guest appearance by the one and only Tom Savini.
Ah, the great makeup artist.
If anybody in horror knows anything about horror, you know the name Tom Savini, the great makeup artist.
And occasional actor. He was also in Dusk Till Dawn.
He does quite a bit of acting for somebody who's very much in behind the scenes. He's directed one or two movies that horror fans should absolutely look up. We'll get into him another time.
I can imagine Tina Romero like grew up with Tom Savini.
Absolutely.
You know,
a lot of her credits are on his set. So she learned, not only filmmaking, but the best of guerrilla filmmaking. So let's get into and I don't even want to spoil too much because there's not too much to spoil. Basically, there's a drag show happening in Brooklyn. There's quite a few things happening. It's
and
New
this
York
is set
City.
present day, right?
It's set present day,
Okay.
New York City, Brooklyn. Katy O'Brien's character is a talent manager, and she's putting together a showcase, a drag show that had fallen apart at one point. And so now she's finally put it back together and ready to show it off. Meanwhile, a frenemy of hers, who's a big influencer online, has got a party down the block, and so they're worried about how much of the audience is going to be at one party as opposed to the other. The people at the club that she's having the showcase are not helpful whatsoever. She has to work with her brother-in-law, who is let's just say not homophobic, but right there. He's crude as all hell. So she doesn't have a whole lot of options. Trying to figure out how can this thing go off without it, completely falling apart. And then the zombie apocalypse happens.
Everything falls apart.
And then everything falls apart. And it turns into a survivalist movie, while at the same time tapping into every sort of like cliche and just kicking it right in its privates, left and right. It's a fun movie, and with a few new twists here and there, stuff that you maybe had alluded to in other movies, but they didn't get into. And then this one, it's like, oh well, let's just lean in heavy on it, and her zombies are glittery. Let's just get that right off. There's going to be a few people. Oh no, not Twilight glittery, but the makeup where her father's were green, hers are a little glittery green.
This is the BTRP Media Network.